Peace, assalamu alaikum, hope tip, grand rising, praise God, what's up, what's happening, or whatever it is that you ascribe to. I got the nappy head out the day. I was just thinking about how this dude, I was locked up with this dude, and he was smoking Mojo, that synthetic weed, and he checked out. The Mojo killed him, took him up out of here. Now at this time, this the time that I went back to prison for the drug charge. I had been out of prison. After I did the 12 years, I got out in 2008. I went back in 2013. So this time. And I'm talking about the whole prison had changed. Like the atmosphere, the energy, all them young niggas. There was a lot of young niggas in prison. All the OGs, they either was trying to stay out the way, they either went home, or they was either unalived or something. I don't know. Like the whole prison had the shift from the time when I did that 12-year stretch. I don't know. It might have just been me. I don't know. But I know that 1 year I did. That 1 year I went back and did, it was worse than doing the 12 years, bro. I swear I was ready to go home. I was ready to go home. I had children. I was ready to go home, bro. And I did some videos on how I felt so stupid for going back to prison. So y'all go back and check them videos out. But it was this one dude, he was a vice lord. He was fighting him. And I don't remember the dude's name. So we just gonna call him fighting him. He was a young dude, probably about 18, 19 years old. And I'm back in Parchment. I'm in Unit 26, running the yard every day, hitting the weights every day, just ready to go home, man. I had a couple homeboys over there, Reese Cook, my homeboy Shotgun, who else was there? Fanny Mo. Fanny Mo was there. I told y'all a story about Fanny Mo, how he violated me and St. G. Fanny Mo, that was my superior. But that's another story. But and they had took the tobacco out the system. They took the tobacco out the system before I got out and did the 12 years. So people was that became a real strong hustle in prison. Tobacco, weed, and Mojo. So on this zone I'm on, probably about 10 vice lords, probably about 12 GDs. It was a laid back camp. It really wasn't too much gang stuff going on. But you still had them young niggas, no guidance, didn't understand the penitentiary rules the way, when I came through, the way it was supposed to be understood. And so one night, I think I had been back in prison. I had been in 26. At this time, I had been in there about 4 months. And one of the guys who had all the motion, he was a vice lord. And me and him, we worked at processing together. Cause I was working in the processing at this time. And so one night, the vice lords couple of the peons or the neutrals or whatever you want to call it. Even a couple of the GDs was sneaking. And you know, they was on that Mojo, man. The zone was turned up. You had an old school cat that he was my rack mate that I was locked up with a long time ago. He had a license, never going home. And when he seen me come through the door, he tripped out like, bro, ain't no way you back up in here. So I ran it down to him. But anyway, that's another story. So one night, you know, the zone turned up, man. Everybody mingling. It was canteen day. Everybody mingling, doing what they do. And like I said, they on their Mojo. Everybody turned up, and then out the blue, bro, like I don't know what whoever smoked Mojo, like I don't know if they understand, like that is unhealthy. Like that ain't even real weed. It just look like, well, it really don't even look like weed. It don't even feel like weed. It don't even smell like weed. I think it's supposed to be some kind of paprika or some air freshener, food seasoning or something. I really can't remember exactly what it was. But they was smoking, man, and I done seen, before I went back, I seen a couple cats high on that Mojo and they tripped out too. But out of the blue, man, find them, he just tripped out, bro. He was screaming and hollering. He was taking all his clothes off, running around the zone naked. Y'all hold on for a second. Hey, how you doing?
Doing good yourself?
All right.
How's it going, sir?
You too. You know, you gotta check in on the military phase. But anyway, so out the blue, man, he just went to wigging out, bro. Running around the zone naked, screaming to my, they after me, stop them, they after me. Firing them with tripping. But the other vice lords, man, they laughing at the dude, bro, man, like, them young niggas so crazy. They laughing at the dude, and then you got a couple of them that had a little sense. You know, they trying to calm him down, bro. But so they took him to the shower, threw him in the shower, ran some cold water over him. Now, I'm gonna say this before I continue the story. Now, had it been like when I did them 12 years, had it been around that time this happened, the police would have been got involved. Because all these zones are open bays, and when they sitting in their tower, their job is to look in them zones. Like that's their job, to be watching them zones, if they really care. Some really didn't care. But the dangerous thing about me going back to prison this second time, one of the dangerous things about it, you didn't have a lot of officers. Like, people wasn't even trying to work at the prison at this time. And so, and the officers that you did have, man, they didn't care about nothing, bro. Like, it was really dangerous. I think I did a story on it. I think I did a video on how the officers, like, they wasn't doing their job, bro. Like, some of them were trying to be gang members, and you know what I mean? It was just crazy. But that was a dangerous thing, because you know, the officers wasn't paying attention. Well, ain't nobody sitting in the tower, man. So after they get him out the shower, you know what I mean, they still messing with him and laughing, and you know, everybody went back to doing what they doing after the commotion died down. And the vice lords made 5 of them. They made him go lay down, bro. They made him go lay down, and he was laying down, supposed to be asleep. He was laying down probably about, I say about maybe 2-3 hours, bro, right before lockdown. the zone had to calm down. You know, it's canteen day, and in the penitentiary on canteen day, like the zone be wide open. People drinking coffee, people lying, telling them, people capping, telling them stories about who they was and what they did on the street. People gambling, shooting dice, playing cards. You know, canteen day be live. People fixing up meals. But he had been laying down for about 3 hours. It was right before rack down time. So the zone was kind of calming down. The zone was kind of calming down because, you know, people got to go to work the next morning. This unit I'm in is considered a trustee unit with the green and white guys at the trustees. But you also got black and white B custody people on the zone. But mostly everybody going to work though, unless they had an excuse. So this is really a work camp, you know what I mean? So anyway, five of them, he supposed to be laying down sleep. So before they make us rack down, really they really can't make you rack down because it's an open bay. Like I said, ain't nobody in the tower paying attention. So people still gonna be moving around, but it's lights out time. So the vice lords went and checked on him. You know what I mean? I guess in their mind to go check on bro one last time. And the vice lord who had the motion, the one who had the who was selling everybody the Mojo, he went and checked on him, bro. Then he was like, God damn, bro. Then he went to beating on the door. Officer, 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 officer. So that got everybody up and out they racks trying to see what was going on. So, you know, at this time, when I went back to prison, you know, I didn't affiliate myself with nothing. But you had a couple guys that already knew me, knew who I was, you know, so they still was addressing me like I was still the folk. But at this time, they calling me Unc and OG. At this time, I went back to prison, I was like 33, 34, somewhere up in there. So, they're like, what going on, Unc? I'm like, bro, I don't even know. So they still beating on the doors, and other vice lords went over there. And then one of them just bust out like, oh, man, bro dead, man. Bro dead, man. Bro ain't breathing. So they trying to get the officer down there, man. It took them forever to get down there. And then this camp 26, so it ain't even no nurses station, no nurse station in camp 26 for real. So once the officers come in and see what was going on, calmed everybody down, and the ambulance finally came, bro. Few of the vice lord, he was on the top rack. Few of the vice lord helped him put him on the little stretcher thing. It really wasn't no stretcher for real. And shoot, they threw the white sheet over, bro. Bro had them checked out, man. So I'm saying, man, look, stop smoking that stuff, bro. Like, that stuff is unhealthy. I done heard of a lot of people checking out, smoking that stuff. A lot of people wigging out, going crazy, smoking that stuff. So I'm saying, man, stop smoking that stuff, bro. If you gonna smoke, bro, just smoke the regular weed. And I don't even suggest, cause I do a lot of reading. I done did a lot of research. Like the stuff that they call loud, like that stuff ain't even healthy. They putting so many chemicals and stuff. So if you do smoke, I don't smoke weed. I used to. I used to sell the shit out of it. But I was smoking weed in prison every now and then just to, you know, get my mind out of that place. But when I came home, I ain't even smoke it for real. But I was selling the shit out of it though. So I'm saying, if you gonna smoke, I don't condone it. But if you gonna smoke, man, just smoke the regular weed, bro. But y'all stay out of trouble, man. And to the next story, be smooth out here.